I say this all the time. When you bring people out of slavery who have been raped, families destroyed, no economics, no plan, that's highly irresponsible. I mean, if someone got raped right now, we would have the rape unit here. We take them, we like our people got out of slavery literally with no counseling, no economic plan, no sustainability. Well, they had one, but of course, and so all of those things have generational. Then you create ways, black codes, Jim Crow, all of the different things over the years, the destruction of black wealth in many cities outside of even Greenville section of Tulsa, in Wilmington, North Carolina, all these places, Springfield, Missouri, and that trauma is handed down. So we train our children with our trauma, but we take them to church, and the answer has been kind of either the mourner's bench, kind of the praise and worship time, because we didn't go to therapy. Praise and worship was therapy, or the devotions was therapy, and you cried and you was hoping it was over, but you still didn't get over the fact that you were molested. You still didn't get over the fact that black people are in this position and condition. So what these things do out there is you have a comedic guy stand there and tell you, do you know we used to be kings and queens? Do you know, black woman, that you're God? You know why that white man wanted to do this to your body? It's because of this. And so what they begin to do is begin to engage the trauma with significance and with dignity, and begin to speak into that trauma. When the Hebrew Israelites said, do you know you're the kings of this earth and you're really the chosen people? They feel that. Do you know, who did you worship before they gave you that white Jesus? And all of that right there. Do you know that we used to worship the ancestors, and our ancestors hand their deity down, and all of those different things begin to, so I think, it affects our trauma by making us hungry for dignity restoration. And what happens though is when the church isn't stepping in the gap to show how Christ, the ultimate God man, who's not a white man, but is a Middle Eastern man of olive to black complexion, it is the one who actually restores dignity. And that was his mission. To restore our dignity was an aspect of it, and to restore the whole person. I think we really have to make a fundamental part of our training of people in discipleship. It can be Christology, ecclesiology, soteriology, all of those different missiology, all those different things. But we need some justiceology. We need some manhoodology. We need some womanology. We need all of those different things, because we have to begin to. That's why if you look in Acts 15, they knew what the Gentiles were dealing with, and they add sexology into their fundamental. It said, teach them these essentials. In other words, even the apostles knew when you are dealing with discipling a culture that deals with systemic issues, you have to apply God's word to it. And I just think that we've done a poor job of not only identifying it, but speaking into the trauma of, and we need to just forget about who is against the fact that there's no trauma that exists. This is not handed down. I'm like, listen, we're going to have to do this ourselves and stop depending on other people and asking them for money and resources to do what we need to do ourselves.